I do have a question for you. This is a terribly personal question, and we can edit this out of the tape if you don't want it in the program. But I want to know whether, because I want to tell you, and I'm not pumping sunshine into your ear, this is the truth for me. You have stood for me as close as I have come to see on this planet as a living master who understands, but who does more than understand, because to be honest with you, I think I understand. But the difference I see between you and me, to be honest and totally transparent, is we both understand it, we can both say it really well, but he lives it. And I don't. Except when I do. But what I notice is that I live it probably 20, who can give a number, not enough of the time. And when I'm with my beloved, with my family, in private, I somehow get into all of my, thoughts. And I forget what I'm saying right here to you, as if I didn't even say it, to the point where my loved ones look at me sometimes and say, you ought to read one of your own books. And it's well-deserved. It's well-deserved. So I've come to you for a personal counseling session on television. How do I take what I think that I am? How do I take what I've experienced? I'm going to not even say what I think I am, because it's out of thought. It's not from thought. How do I take what I experience myself to be and wash the canvas of my life with it, especially when it matters to me the most? In the end, honestly, I don't really care how it is with you. I'll never see any of you again. That's the truth. But that lady sitting over there, my wife, I see her every day, every hour. Why can't I summon this then?
First of all, in certain situations, the presence is there fully in you and comes through you, such as here. You know that. When in a so-called teaching situation or writing situation, the presence moves through you. And then there's the rest of your life. And it is sometimes there, I would assume, and sometimes not. Is that right? Or is it mostly not?
I think it's more there now than it used to be, but it's still the majority of time not. And people who know me would tell you that. They'd say, you think this is a nice person, you should work for him.
So all it means is your mind still takes over, and either you relinquish it voluntarily in your daily life, which requires at the minimum of awareness that this is what's happening right now. My mind has taken over. But I believe that you do have that. It comes in sometimes that you realize that your mind has taken over. And in that moment you can relinquish that and invite presence into your life. And whenever any conflict situation arises or any kind of suffering arises, irritation, anger, whatever it is, then it can be used as an alarm clock to tell you, oh, something has happened here. I sometimes say it's an alarm clock that tells you, I've lost the present moment. I'm not present in the now. So, in other words, you are trapped in your mind. So you can use any conflict situation, and the moment you notice it, you can invite presence back into your life, and so immediately the alertness comes back. It's a voluntary death. If you don't do it, you'll need more suffering, and then it'll happen. Yeah. But if you voluntarily relinquish, because you know how it works because you experience what you do in a situation like this, They said complete openness. You're not identified with old mind. Your mind is simply a servant of the deeper awareness. As you speak to us, it's beautiful. You're not here, you're not protecting your ego, which is a wonderful thing. And because there is something much vaster here speaking through you than the limited ego that still arises in your daily life. So as you sit here, the ego is not operating. Otherwise, you would have to hide the fact that you don't live it in your daily life. But something much greater than the ego is speaking through you right now.
You think he's going to miss a chance to talk to Eckhart Tolle about this? You're crazy.